Greetings, my friends. I want to thank you all for subscribing. I want to thank all of my channel members for supporting me in this endeavor to save pop culture. And if you are not subscribed, please consider supporting this channel. We need you. Thank you. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, broadcasting from my hidden base at the center of the Earth, and I am here today with shocking news of a stunning development in the war to put an end to DEI. That's right, my friends. Yet another major company has just announced that they're turning away from DEI practices, and this is a major win for those of us who have been aware of the damage caused by these racist and sexist policies that prioritize racial and sexual identity over qualifications and competence. Many companies took this bold step away from woke policies last year, including Toyota, Walmart, McDonald's, Ford, Harley-Davidson, John Deere, Black & Decker, among others. But today, one of the leading advocates of DEI announced that they're turning their corporate back on DEI and walking away. I'm talking about Mark Zuckerberg's company, Meta. That's right, my friends, Meta was one of the big supporters of DEI and other woke policies, but now it appears that even Zuckerberg can read the writing on the walls, and so now at Meta, DEI is DIE.
Incredible development, dude. This is a milestone moment, because it's one thing for car companies and tool manufacturers to take this step, but a big social media company? They've been the bastions of DEI, the holdouts, but now this defection is a massive signal that the times they are a-changin'.
Correct, sir. Here are the basics as reported by Axios an hour ago. Quote, Mark Zuckerberg's Meta is terminating major DEI programs effective immediately, including for hiring, training, and picking suppliers, according to a new employee memo obtained by Axios. Why it matters. The move is a strong signal to Meta employees that the company's push to make inroads with the incoming Trump administration isn't just posturing, but an ethos shift that will impact its business practices. Context. Meta said it was changing course because the legal and policy landscape surrounding diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts in the United States is changing, per a memo by Janelle Gale, Vice President of Human Resources. The moves come just 3 days after Meta ended many of its efforts to fact-check and police speech on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, unquote. In this internal company memo, Gale wrote, quote, the legal and policy landscape surrounding diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts in the United States is changing. The Supreme Court of the United States has recently made decisions signaling a shift in how courts will approach DEI. The term DEI has also become charged in part because it is understood by some as a practice that suggests preferential treatment of some groups over others, unquote.
An incredible development, Doomcock. The tide is indeed turning along all the fronts you described. I believe this DEI woke movement horribly overreached, and what we're seeing now is the inevitable backlash.
I would agree, O Skull of Calderon. Those are the basic facts as broken by Axios, and yet let us turn to one of the prime movers and shakers in the battle to end DEI, Robbie Starbuck. In what is clearly a well-deserved victory lap, Starbuck posted the following announcement on X, quote, massive news. Meta is ending DEI. Only days after Mark Zuckerberg promised to end biased fact checks, now his company is ending DEI. I warned Meta in October that they were one of my DEI targets for 2025. Here's what's changing at Facebook and IG. Meta will no longer have a DEI team. Meta will end supplier diversity efforts. Meta will end the practice of requiring that diverse candidates be considered for jobs. They'll focus on merit moving forward. All DEI representation goals for hiring are being eliminated going forward. We told the media this would happen, and many laughed in my face. I wonder what the look on their face is today. I can't do a video on this one because of the snowstorm, but I'm sitting back and enjoying every second of this. Unquote.
Dude, this is massive. This is a huge win in the war to save pop culture. Hell, the war to save culture. The DEI worm is turning. It is DIE-ing DEI. And I think this is a milestone in our effort to preserve our culture and to return to sanity.
The Scoop agrees with you, Harvey. On X, they posted, Robbie Starbuck, love the momentum. Robbie meta shift away from biased fact-checking and DEI programs is a huge win for free speech and common sense. Zuckerberg's finally listening to conservatives and prioritizing open dialogue over censorship. America's getting back on track. The Hegemony says, man, I am literally in shock at the turnaround of Meta, a company at the center of the rise of DEI. These changes are wonderful for all people supremely qualified, yet underemployed due to racist and sexist DEI programs. Unquote. Let me tell you something, folks. I have chronicled in previous videos Toyota turning away from DEI, along with a whole bunch of other companies. That is a trend now, ladies and gentlemen. That is a trend all across, not just the United States, but the globe, as companies are more and more returning to content-neutral advertising and promotions, getting out of the business of politicized speech and into the business again of profit. Profit is good. Greed is good, as Gordon Gekko famously said in Wall Street, because greed keeps people honest in a capitalist society. And the writing is on the wall that whatever message DEI was sending has been received and rejected, largely, roundly rejected. My friends, to quote Timbuk 3, the future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. As more and more companies return to sanity, I grow more and more hopeful that someday soon, Hollywood will join them. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry.